ladies and gentlemen. First, in what I think will become a series of poker streams with the play money poker game, Prominence Poker, and I've been thinking that generally poker is something that I might stream for a longer period of time for simple reason that it's something that I can play while streaming. I can easily comment and follow the chat while playing poker. Doesn't have any spoilers in story, and I also think I'm reasonably good at poker, and I'm able to comment and provide some strategy and talk about poker strategy in general. So let's queue up for a ranked game. We're going to play a ranked game. We're currently in the gold tier, meaning that the game will start looking for other players in the gold tier. I doubt it will find many. At the moment I'm the only one queued, but then after a while it will look into the lower tiers. It will look in the silver tier, maybe also some provisional players, because in the ranked system in Prominence Poker, which resets every month, you need to play 3 games before you are assigned in one of the tiers. It's something, a bit of an ELO system going on here. So we currently have a rating of 1168. If we go up to 1200, we move from the gold tier to the platinum tier. There's currently only one player, I believe, who is in the platinum tier. We can check this here in the info. Yeah, these are all the tiers. And the highest one, the diamond one, I don't think, since they revised the ranking system, I don't think anyone ever achieved diamond ranking in the ranked game. Maybe in the head-to-head, which is like a 2-player tournament, of course. I haven't played any head-to-head this month yet. Last month I did, and I ended up in the platinum tier, which was pretty good. And I like to play head-to-head, not because I enjoy playing head-to-head, but because it helps to win games in a regular tournament. When you want to win, at the end you always end up, of course, in a head-to-head situation, unless you eliminate multiple players at the same time, which can happen, but generally speaking you end up head-to-head. And the difference in being good in head-to-head, which is quite different strategically, if you are good playing head-to-head, then you win tournaments instead of ending second, and that's in real money poker tournaments, that's a large difference in payout between the first and the second place. So regularly practicing head-to-head is quite an important thing to do if you really want to be profitable playing tournaments. The game also has cash tables, but I generally enjoy tournaments more. I used to play real money poker tournaments with thousands of players, but I don't intend to go back to that. This is just a 6-player tournament. 1 table, 6 people, everyone starts with 10,000 chips, and the last one remaining wins the tournament. And obviously blinds increasing. I do hope everyone who is watching this, either live or in replay, is familiar with Texas Hold'em poker. I don't intend to do a tutorial, unless maybe several people would ask me to. Then I'm more than willing to do some sort of tutorial stream. But for the moment, I think everyone is familiar with poker rules, and I will concentrate on playing the game. I will talk about strategy. While we wait, meanwhile we are looking in the silver tier, and we have 3 out of 6 players queued. can go very quickly, but sometimes it takes a long time. Depends whether there are already a few games going on, the time of day of course. And it happens that sometimes up to 5 people are queued, and then the 6th player just won't arrive, and then people start unqueuing again, and you end up with no tournament. So sometimes it's unfortunate that you need to just quit and come back at another time. There is a Steam group as well to help get tournaments started, which does help. I do get notified when there is a tournament being set up. And yeah, that does help quite a bit. 3 out of 6. Not exactly going well. Bless you. It's quite likely that the stream won't be too long, for the simple reason that it's pretty damn warm in here. I cannot stream with the lights out, but I also can't open any windows with the lights on, which means that I probably will play one tournament and then I'll end the stream. And I do hope that we can get a tournament started as soon as possible. Yeah, and there we go. One player just unqueued. Unfortunate. Okay, poker strategy while we're waiting for a game to start. One of the most common mistakes I see other players make is that they don't adapt to the circumstances. They have this notion of playing very tight aggressive, for instance, even when they have all the reason to be a bit more loose. Or there's also a lot of people who are very passive, and there is not a lot of betting and raising most of the time because players are not that skilled. So they play too passive, and you can usually win pots just by being aggressive without taking too many risks at the same time. And so that is usually the way I play. I'm typically one of the most aggressive players on the table, at least when it comes to raising before the flop. So pre-flop raising is something most people don't seem to do much, which means you usually get all the odds to just call with whatever hand you get and hope to get something really good on the flop. But if I have something decent, I will mostly raise pre-flop and then continue betting afterwards. I also bet very often when I have a drawing hand. Instead of just calling like most people do, I bet, because sometimes everyone folds and you grab the pot without catching your draw. And secondly, when people do call you, they don't expect you to have a drawing hand, and when you catch your draw, they're less likely to believe that you have something like a flush or a straight, because you bet it before you could have had that straight or flush. So it's also the deception part. And everyone playing Chaos Reborn will be familiar with deception and illusions. It plays a vital role in poker. If you are too predictable, then you eventually lose, at least against players who are good enough to read you. 3 out of 6 again. Now it can sometimes go fast because there could be another ranked game in progress, and when that game ends, And players coming out of that tourney may immediately queue for another, so you can sometimes have 2 or 3 players at once. We're at 4 out of 6, so it can go fast now. We'll see. What else? Common mistakes I see people make when playing poker, or at least in prominence poker here. Remember, this is play money, so people can take more risks without being really penalized like when you play for real money. I had expected that people would be betting more and more easily, but in fact the contrary is true. When I was playing real money tournaments, there were lots of people who would go all in with nothing on the first hand, just gamblers really. And when I look at play in prominence poker, generally people know how to play poker. Some are better at calculating odds. They don't all have a good notion of all the strategy involved in calculating odds and deception, but they don't just go all in all the time, and they don't just bet with nothing or call you with nothing. So I'm actually quite surprised about the general level of play, although there aren't exactly many high-level players who are really in control of all the poker strategy. You do notice that there are not really any big pros or not many pro players, but there's also not many bad players, and that's already something great when you play a tournament. I've had some really interesting tournaments before. Of course, you always get the odd duck who calls your full house with nothing and then gets lucky on the turn and river to catch a double inside straight draw or something like that. Things like that will always happen when you play poker. It's like missing that 98% spell in Chaos Reborn. You deserve to win, or at least that's what you think, but you don't. I'm still convinced if you make the right play, eventually you'll win in the long term. Although playing tournaments, that's less true than in cash tables. If in a cash table you have the odds to call a bet, then you should just call the bet, because in the long term, if you call that bet every time, you will make a profit. Whereas in a tournament, it's not that simple, because you have to consider the risk. If you don't, what is the benefit if you actually win that pot? Versus what do you lose when you lose the pot? Are you eliminated from the tournament straight away? If the pot that you win will not make a huge difference, then it might not be worth the risk, even if it is profitable, if the outcome is profitable. Poker Night 2, okay, I played the first one. You mean the one with the gaming characters, Ferolia? I played the first one, which had the Heavy from Team Fortress 2, Octodad, if I remember, or Strongbad. I have to, not Octodad. Octodad, that's the octopus thing, isn't it? Strongbad. The other 2 characters I can't even remember. That was also a fun game. Poker Night 1. Poker Night 1, the only thing is that Poker Night 1, Poker Night at the Inventory was a was a single player game. So compared to Prominence Poker, this is a multiplayer game, which I enjoy a lot more. But it has a lot of the same cool, relaxed atmosphere and social play, if you might call it that. Lots of buffering, okay. Used to watch it as a kid, yeah. The only thing I did notice, used to be poker on television. There was a period when poker, and Texas Hold'em in particular, was really hyped up. And there were lots of TV shows with poker. And one thing I did notice that they often, they had 6 players at the table, and every hand there was someone with a full house or a straight, or while people who've played poker before know that those kind of hands are relatively rare. So either these TV programs only took certain highlights where some strong hands were matched up against each other, or they were actually cheating and the whole thing was put in scene. Just a moment, because I got an important message while we're still waiting. Okay, one more player to go. I might go a bit more silent when the game starts, because I will have to concentrate somewhat on the game. One more player, guys. One more. It's taking longer than I expected, because at this time frame I would expect more players queuing up. It's logical that it's harder when you play at a different time zone. Or what I mean with that is late at night or early, when neither the US neither the European players are online. Alright, I have to be a bit quiet because my daughter is can't sleep, so I'm gonna be a bit more quiet and focus on the game as soon as it starts. my god, 4 out of 6. Yeah, with the title I obviously meant that I hoped I wouldn't end up with bad luck and losing because I was streaming. I didn't expect to have so many issues getting a game to start. Maybe next time I will queue up for a game and then launch the stream when the game starts. That might make more sense. Yeah, it's going to happen, I guess, but it does take longer than expected, which is quite annoying if you're streaming. And there's always the risk that people queued at the moment give up and just unqueue. Yeah, someone dropped out again. Now it is possible that they check the head-to-head queue, and if they don't find anyone there, they come back. But this one, yeah, looks like someone left permanently. It's also possible that they went back to the menu to go to the shop, or to check the rankings, stuff like that. But usually if they hop out and they don't come back straight away, then they're gone. Alright, Salmon Max. Yeah, Salmon Max. That one was also in Poker Night 1, but I think it was not Sam, but Max. The dealer was GLaDOS, cool. Yeah, I think it was Max, the rabbit. Is Max the rabbit or Sam? I think it was Max. Max, Octobat, Strongbat, Max, the heavy from Team Fortress, and I honestly can't remember the fourth player. 5 out of 6. Now we're getting somewhere. We've been there before.
seizoen is begonnen. En om tot daar te geraken is er ofwel Taxi Papa, of je neemt de partytrain waar het al feest is. Echte party animals nemen de partytrain van NMBS. De trein waar het feestje nog voor het festival begint. Voor meer info surf je naar detrein.be/partytrain.
De trein. Voor de mensen die van een ijskoude latte met 3 shotjes vanille, schuim van magere melk, sojamelk en die super...
Yeah, Spotify commercial. Just going to lower the volume for a moment. Music that's playing is just Twitch music library. Music that you are allowed to use in the stream. So if you use copyright music, then the replay will have no sound. It gets muted by Twitch. Ah, okay. Yeah, then it was Max in the first one. In the first game. I'm still thinking which was the fourth character and I can't remember. I think it was a girl from some game, but I'm not sure. And if you want to have a laugh, you should check on Reddit. There's also a fan-made game called Strip Poker Night at the Inventory. It's a good game if you want to have a laugh. Also with video game characters, by the way, and a lot more than the Poker Night series. I think there's like 30 or 40 video game characters that you can choose from. But by all means, don't take it too serious. I think this is the third time at least we went to 5 out of 6 and the sixth player just doesn't come. Frustrating. Yeah, I haven't played the second one, but I think the gameplay wise they're pretty much the same. They just feature different characters, I believe. Just to clarify, Strip Poker Night at the Inventory is not an official game, it's a community fan-made game. Well, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Although the same is true for me, of course. Well, this will be a very interesting replay of a loading screen with my face. By the way, I'm still working also on the Twitch chat integration in Unity with text-to-speech. Yeah. Don't know if you guys downloaded Payday 2. That was a very long download. Pretty big file. Not sure if it's still available for free now. I read that they had 5 million copies, if I'm not mistaken. Game starting. if no one drops out at the last moment, because they still can, then we have a game. Okay, there are different venues where you can play, different table formats. I can't even remember if it was yesterday or the day before. 4-6. I can look at the rankings. Okay, we have another gold player here. This one is practically the same rating as me. Then we have 4 silver players. A raise. Yeah, let's just fold this. We're on the small blind. We have bad cards and someone raised who is on the button, so that was pretty obvious a fold. The silver players, most of them are really low in silver, except this one, 1080, that's close to gold. Skinny, that's me, the master, the mid, tourist and the noob. And the levels that you see is more how long they've been playing the game, because you get more experience. So this is someone who's been playing Prominence Poker for long. Oh, I remember this guy. I've played him quite a few times already. Yeah, aggression. He probably had 7-5, so he was bluffing, semi-bluffing with a straight draw. I think. I might be wrong, we'll never know. Aha, on the button with AK, that's a good one. But don't all fold, please, because the small blinds are going to fold already. So I hope these... oh no, please bet, or raise, even better, raise it, raise it. This might be a wasted opportunity if they don't... okay, at least he bets. If I raise, they may all fold. How much? 450. Let's not exaggerate, otherwise all of them will fold and we'll just pick up 200 chips or something, 250. He's gonna fold, isn't he? Yeah. I could have slow played it, but okay, let's just show my hand so they take me serious next time. That's a decision. I could have also not shown my hand, and they may think that I was bluffing if I do that repeatedly. But I've decided to show strength. So next time when I raise it, they will take me seriously. But yeah, we didn't really benefit from that hand, also because it's so early in the game. K2. Well, we're in a good position here, so let's just call. Aha. The only bad thing is that we have a very bad kicker with that 2. So if anyone else has a king, we're still gonna lose. And the other thing we should be careful of is a pair of 6s. But I'm gonna raise it up. Let's not exaggerate, but... if he calls with a 6, he's really stupid. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4-6. 4- Most people tend to slow play, but I'm in a bad position with my kicker. If a 2 falls, then I would be in a good position, but now I want to raise it, but I have to be careful at the same time. I don't want him to call with a flush draw, but he might be still calling. Okay, now we got a full. At least if he has a king, then we end up with the same hand. So let's bet again. At least now our kicker doesn't matter. He doesn't have a king. Fish. Fish bait. I don't know what this guy had. Calling a 2.8k bet with nothing? That was easy. Okay, let's see if they still take me serious. Yeah, that was a good start, Mosty. But I've had some really bad starts and still come back. I had games where I went down to 2k chips or even less, was in last position and still won the game. But of course it's better to... Oh my god, this is excellent. We should be careful with that straight though. I'm gonna continue the betting. He's not gonna have Jack 8 or 8-6. Oh my god, this is bad. He's gonna bet. He's not. This is a tough decision. I don't think he'll have an 8, but if I bet, he may raise me, so I'm gonna just check. And hope for another 10 or 9. Oh. He's gonna bet. Well, it depends how much he's betting, whether I call or not. Does he have an 8 or not? Oh, my image. Good point. I'm gonna call. Ah, fuck it. Yeah. Okay, he had 8-7, so he already had a pair. Then he did play it pretty nicely. Let me just move my cam. To the other side. Sorry about that. We're still in... yeah, no harm done. He took over the lead. This guy's... The fish is in a bad position. But we're still around 10k, so we're still doing okay. Oh. Well, interesting flop. A jack and we get a straight, but there's also a flush draw. I'm not gonna bet on this one. Now we have 2 different flush draws. Too bad I have one of each. Inside straight draw with 2 different flush draws on the table. That's just too much. And a pair of kings won't help us with an ace on the table, so yeah, I'm gonna fold. Not enough options. I might regret it if the river turns out to be a jack. Okay, we did the right thing. But yeah, even if it turned out a jack, we still would have done the right thing, of course, because you can't change your decision afterwards. Yeah, I can't even remember. You do get a daily cut, so if you log in every day, you get some free chips, and yeah, that queues up. So if you log in 5 days in a row, then your chip cut will go up. It stops after 5 days, then it stays the same. But if you miss 1 day, you start back at the beginning. So you do benefit from just logging in every day, even if you don't play any games. Although the majority of my chips I got from games and not from my daily cut. In particular, when I was in the platinum tier of head-to-head tourney, the ranked, I had 500,000 chips as a reward for that. We're in the big blind, so let's just check. Okay, we have a flush draw, but a pretty bad one. And our flush can still get beaten by a full house, something to consider. Ooh, a raise. Well, I'm glad I put in that bet, because if I hadn't, then I wouldn't have known his strength, and I might have wasted more chips, and now I can safely fold my hand. He might be bluffing, of course, but if I had a better flush draw with something like an ace or a king, then I wouldn't have just folded that easily, but I'm only on a drawing hand, and what I'm drawing for isn't particularly strong to begin with. Oh. He's just had a 2-pair. Well, he had a 2-pair and he took a better 2-pair on the turn with that king. With a paired flop that was not such a strong hand as he pretended it to be. Someone could have easily had a 3 of a kind. Let's just refill the table. Yes. So we refilled everyone's item. Everyone can have one item, like my cigarette, but you can also have a drink, for instance. And as long, this has a number of uses, and as long as it has uses, you get an experience boost or reputation boost while that item is in effect. And it has a number of uses, and you can buy that with a high boost but a low number of uses, or lower boost with a higher number of usages. But you can also refill everyone's stable item, not just your own. Check. Good enough, because we're sitting on the button. The small blind's gonna fold. Hello Maisie. Hello Blobka. I'm just gonna call. Yeah, it looks good, Maisie. It's really very atmospheric and good looking. There's even a bar woman over there. Oh, all in? No. Yeah, he's going all in. The guy in the last positions goes all in. Not good enough. Damn it, just when I'm sitting on the button. That's half my chips. If I call this and lose, then I end up being last. No, I'm not gonna take the risk. Because it's the first time he does it. And my hand isn't particularly strong. So I lose my bet. Damn it. And the fact that I was on the button. Not good enough.
Voor de mensen die van een ijskoude latte met 3 shotjes vanille, schuim van magere melk, sojamelk en die super schattige gekleurde hageltjes houden, deze is voor jullie. Met Premium kun je zo kieskeurig zijn als je maar wilt. Speel het nummer af dat je wilt, wanneer je maar wilt. En sla gerust nummers over. Het is de perfecte manier om jezelf op te fleuren. Krijg je eerste 3 maanden Premium nu voor slechts 99
Even the details on those bottles and everything.
Niet lang meer geldig.
It's very atmospheric. I like it. And just to clarify, the music that you hear in the background, although it's not very loud, is not the in-game music, but it is just a Twitch music library on Spotify, music that you are allowed to use during the stream. Yeah, she's been playing like a rock. She hasn't been, I haven't seen her in many hands or betting anything, and she's gold level, so she's probably very tight aggressive. This guy's a fish. The one with the hat. Shall we raise it or not? I'm just gonna call. This guy here, I'm not entirely convinced. He shows he's gonna fold his hands by doing it in front. Because you can plan that in advance, but it's visible, so that's something I normally never use. Okay, we got an ace. Let's just go ahead then, do a bet. 750? Yep, 750 is fine. Okay, you can see my ace. I do make use of that to deceive others as well about the strength of my hand by sometimes showing it, sometimes not, and sometimes only half of it. And sometimes there are moments when I just don't show anything. Another A7. Let's just raise it up, but not too much. Is he going to go all in again? Nah, he's not. Okay, just the blinds left, so I'm definitely in last position now. And now this guy, if he folds, that's okay, then I pick up the blinds. Okay, we'll show our ace again. I don't want to give him too much information, but Again, we reinforce the image that we play with strong hands. That's something I've been doing consistently. I've shown my AK, and twice I shown my ace. A7 again, 3 times in a row. A7 3 times in a row. Wow. Okay, we're getting back to 10k. Both of them just call, and we're on the big blind, so I'm gonna raise that. If these guys had a really good hand, they probably would have raised it, so let's make that a bit more serious bet there. 2.1k. What's he gonna do? He's gonna call. He might be slow playing, so he should still be careful, but... no ace, no 7. 2 hearts. Not a good flop. Am I gonna bet? No, it's too much. It's too much compared to my chip stack to take the risk. Oh, damn it. It's a tough one. I don't dare to take the risk. And with our ace, if he doesn't have anything, we'll pick it up with the high card. So let's just hope the 7. At least we got something now. But I'm not gonna risk betting. A7 as well? When he had a flush draw on top. Well, split pot, I can live with that. This could have ended way more badly. And on second thought, I raised it too much. So yeah, I'm still not a perfect poker player, definitely not. 2.1k was too much with the chips that I had. Queen 9. We're on the small blind, but I'm gonna just call that one. This is good enough even for a small blind. But that flops, shit. It's really bad. Okay. Yeah. Bluff. I'm gonna bluff this one. Let's just do 600. Although someone with a flush draw will call that. But maybe none of them has a flush draw and they will all fold. That's what I'm hoping. Because nobody bet in the first round. Nobody bet pre-flop and nobody bet after the flop. Okay, the fish is calling. Ah, this one's called as well, so yeah. Let's forget about this pot. Okay, not gonna bet because now there's also a flush and a straight possible, so I'm gonna lose it. Okay. Yeah, you can have it. I was close to a straight. Nah, it's just 6-player tournaments, Maisie. I don't think there's bigger tournaments. There are also friendly tournaments. I haven't really checked those out, but I don't think they feature more than 6 players, which is unfortunate that there's no more variation. But on the other hand, the player base is too small probably, and it would split the player base. Something other games have done by adding too many game modes. At least this game doesn't have a law mode. Yeah, I've muted the audio completely today. Yeah, button or not, this is crap. Oh, still in second to last position, but it's close. Yeah, we're 9k. The others are around 10 and 11k, so that's no big deal. And this one, yeah, He grabbed that pot, possibly with a bluff, but he's gonna get eliminated eventually because he's playing like a fish. Small pot. Let's look at the names again. Yeah, the only one I remember is this one, Ace. I don't think I ever played against the others, or at least I don't remember them. None of them. If I've played before against one of them, certainly haven't made a lasting impression. I do hope the game speeds up a bit, because this might end up a long game this way. Sometimes it's also a bit of luck that two people get strong hand at the same time. Have to shave my beard, mustache, or my head. Or you're talking about yourself, Blobka. Shaving's a necessary evil. How do you like my little beard? I think I do look pretty cool. Ace 9. Okay, let's raise it up a little. Okay, the fish and the rock are not calling. May have played like a fish and give a wrong impression. Deception. He spent way too many chips on a pot where he obviously didn't have the winning hand, so I'm still confused. Maybe he's not a fish, but he isn't a great player. Oh, that doesn't help us at all. Okay, how much are we going to bet? We have to continue on that and show strength. 2.1. They have to take me seriously. He calls? Okay, maybe I should have thought twice with so many players still in that pot. Nobody raises, they all just call. An ace, please. Oh my god, this is not good. I probably should get out of this spot. I'm just gonna check. Two with 4 players, or 3 left, that's too risky. Oh my god. A flush now, a straight. Yeah, someone's got something and I'm not gonna call, because I got nothing at all. Just a high card. I wasted a lot of chips, but at least I'm still alive. If I call that, then I'm out of the game for sure. There's even a straight flush draw here. Who knows? 7-5 or... yeah, 7-5 of spades would have given him even a straight flush. He didn't, because otherwise he would have shown it. He would have been so proud that he would have shown it. But now I am almost as small as our fish around here. So what my strategy was at the beginning was to show my cards when I bet to appear strong and serious, so they took my bets seriously. And the result is they don't. They just all call my bets. So we're gonna have to take a different strategy here. Definitely going to have to change our strategy, become a bit more tighter. This is a good flop though. 600. This guy, just another fish really. Yeah, fish. They're all fish. Except the rock over here. This one normally wasn't too bad, but I don't know why he's so low in rank, because I always had the impression I was a decent player. Not great, but decent. Okay. Now we also have a straight draw. An inside straight draw and a flush draw. Though we would have pretty bad flush draw. And he's raising it, god damn you. I definitely don't have the odds to call this. But he knows that. Ah, crap. Yeah, I definitely can't call this. Because I don't have the odds and I risk getting eliminated. He's gonna call. Oh my god, 2 pair versus a straight. Yeah, he's got a straight. And I would have hit a flush. God damn it. But I didn't have the odds. So I just missed a 13k pot by making the right decision beforehand, which ended up the bad decision afterwards when you know which card would have come. Ah, crap. But I strengthened myself with the feeling that I did the right thing. I couldn't have known that in advance. Oh wait, did I just... I just folded while I was on the big blind. I could have just checked. Okay, maybe my title is coming true and I'm screwing up now while I'm streaming. But it ain't over till it's over. I've come back from way worse situations. Yeah, with that pair of 9s. My pair of 6s is worthless. I wouldn't have risked any chips on that. You still talking about shaving? Really? Interesting topic, guys. Interesting topic. We have several beers here at the table. One girl. She's not very hot. Nah, she's not hot. This pirate dude looks cool. The other ones are just meh. He's out. Okay, that's 1 player less. Well, we're in last positions. The 2 next to us are also... we only have double. The rock here is still around our starting and he's baiting in chips now. Okay, this is what we wanted. How many chips do we have? 4k? Okay, let's just go all in then. For a 2k pot. That's definitely worth going all in for. Well, let's hope someone calls maybe. Or shouldn't we? Well, at least we gain 2k chips if they all fold. He calls. Ace 2, excellent. This should be easy peasy. Okay, going well. You just have to avoid that 2 on the turn on the river. But otherwise we're safe. Yeah, we got it. That will teach you to take me serious when I raise. And we're in third position now with 9.8 chips, almost as much as the rock here in second position. We're on the button, so let's just call with our 7-6. Oh, 4. Oh my god. A 4 would have been excellent. We still have an inside straight draw. Inside straight draw, yeah, he's gonna bet it. 1.2k. But he's the big stack. He's just trying to push everyone out of the pot, so I'm gonna call. I'm not gonna raise, but I don't really have any favorites, Maisie. I'm not really someone who watches poker a lot on television and stuff. So I can't really say that I have a favorite player. Let's just check. 4, come on, a 4. A 6. This gives us a 2 pair. This guy was bluffing, I'm pretty sure of it. So let's go ahead and raise that. 1.8k. And he might try to bluff us out now. And I'm almost hoping he will. He's gonna think my bet's not serious enough. And he's gonna raise me. Oh no, he's not. Okay. Let's just show the 6. The buy-in? I think it's 10k, Matty. And welcome to the stream, by the way. I think it's 10. It depends on your tier. The higher your tier, the higher the buy-in. $10-9. Let's just call. Okay, we're now firmly in second position with the other gold player behind us. This guy's almost eliminated, 4k. Big blind's already at 600. Ace 7, double 7 and an ace, not a good flop. Just take our time. Yeah. Oh yeah, the button folded, so we're in last position. That's always good. Queen. Yeah, not a good. But we can wait till the river and then put a bet. The rock is betting. Interesting. And a small bet. That's something typical when you have a 3 of a kind or a full house. She may be tempting others to raise. In particular the small stack here. Hoping he'll go all in. Because her bet is so small. I'm gonna get out of here. This is not worth it. On one hand, the bet is so small it's ridiculous, but I don't have anything, and she probably has something. I'm just curious if she has a 3 of a kind or whether she has a full house. He's gonna, and she's gonna call. She's doubting? Does she have a 3 of a kind? Does he have a full? Oh, I might have a straight as well. She's got something, but is it sufficient? If she folds with a winning hand, did she just fold? He had to go all in with the small ship stack that he had. He had to go all in with the small chip stack that he had. So if she had something, she should have called, no matter what it was. 5-10? Nah. Unless she was bluffing, but... Well, in her place I wouldn't have bet if she didn't have at least a 3 of a kind. And if she had a 3 of a kind, I would never have folded against small stack. Just because he was a small stack and he didn't have much choice left than to go all in. So maybe she didn't read the game very well. Because when you bet 900, she knew he would raise or fold. He was not gonna call, he would raise or fold. No, she didn't re-raise, she folded. So now he has got more chips than her. She's now in last position. So I thought she was a rock, but I'm beginning to doubt now whether she is really so rock as I thought. This is what I mean. People don't always read the game very well. They don't understand that when you have a big chip stack or a small chip stack that you should adapt your strategy. When everyone's got a big stack compared to the blinds, then you have lots of implied odds. You can just call about any pot, any bet, because the amount of chips that you can potentially gain is so high compared to the amount that you pay that you can pretty much call with any hand. But when there are some small chip stacks compared to the blinds, then you have to go very aggressive and go all in whenever you have something strong and fold whenever you don't. 5-5 queen. I'm just gonna check. Okay, and another queen. Now I'm gonna bet if he checks. Okay, let's just do a 1.2k bet. No more, just the full pot size, and see how he reacts. I think he's gonna fold. He calls. Interesting. Maybe he's got an ace? Let's check. King Jack, King 9, so that's a tie. Okay, split pot. Second split pot already. You already got your key, Maisie? Oh, I thought they were foreseen for next week. So, we're in second position pretty firmly now. We almost have twice as many chips as 2 of them. This guy has got a little less, and this one is obviously still very strong. Nah, I'm not gonna call that. Not on the small blind. So yeah, for those of you who missed it at the start of the stream, I mentioned that I wasn't going to do it as a tutorial, but I will talk about strategy now and then. And yeah, my daughter had difficulty sleeping, and that's why I'm not talking too loudly. So I hope you guys understand. Wow, raise, re-raise? Well, bet raise, more precisely. Any calls? Okay. 2. Alright. And I also mentioned that I'm only going to play 1 tourney and then I will wrap up the stream. And the reason is that it's very warm in here and I can't stream with the lights out because you wouldn't see me. and but I also can't open the window when the light is on, and I definitely have to open the window to get some fresh air in here. So that's why I'm just going to play one game and then wrap up the stream for tonight. Then turn out the lights and open the window. Yeah, it's borderline, because even when I talk like this, they can still hear me. Oh, ace, ace. Excellent play there. And who got eliminated? I didn't pay attention because I was talking. Ah, the big one. Good. That brings him back to reality and puts him even in first place. They both pretty low in silver. 1005, 1019. Well, he is 1080 and she is even in gold. She's pretty much the same rank as me, or the same rating. Quite surprising she's doing so badly. Okay, let's just raise it, because she's a small stack and he's a small stack. Let's see, they probably both fold and I pick up 900. She's gonna raise? Okay, that's a dilemma. How much did she raise? 7? A7? Let's just call and see what she's got. I feel lucky. Ace Jack. Ah, fuck. That's not good. Okay, we're back to 5k now. Most likely. Oh! We have a straight and a flush draw, and even a straight flush draw. Yeah, but the flush is no... She has an ace. Yeah, she's got the better flush. Okay. Not a good idea against the rock to call that. I should have folded. But yeah, we're still in the game, but we're back to last position. Yeah, last position. One stupid hand and I'm back to last position. But very often even a rock, they play with something like King King or Jack Jack. If you have ace something, you can still beat those hands. That's still not much more than a coin flip, really. Blinds have gone up, so I'm gonna go all in. They probably fold, and if they don't, well, wish me luck. That guy called. Okay. He's doubting. He's calling as well? Okay, we could get back to 15k here. 5? Did I have... No, I had a 3. Ah, crap. Goodbye. Yeah, he had to go all in. He's also going to be eliminated, most likely. 3k. He's not gonna give up a 20k pot for 3k chips. He would have to be a real idiot if he does. He does, okay. He doesn't have any idea. He's got ace jack, right. We need a 3, guys. The only thing that can save us, or... yeah, not even a draw. Not possible. Okay, we're out. So apparently streaming does bring me bad luck. But I'm just gonna say it's the heat. It's just way too hot in here. And I'm almost happy that I can end this and let in some fresh air. So yeah, we just lost about 20 in the ranking. So let's just check our position. Yeah, I just dropped from 2nd position or 3rd. Yeah, this guy must have passed me. I think I was at 1168, I think. So I dropped from 2nd to 5th position. From 3rd to 5th position now. Yeah, still firmly in top 5, but yeah, The second hand I still think is defendable, but the first one against the rock I just should have folded when she re-raised me. 1168 Mosty? Okay, yeah. And she was at 1164, right? Which one was it? 1164? Why is she not in the list then? If she was 1164 and she's not eliminated yet, she should still be at 1164. You sure it wasn't 1174? Or she already went up? Is this even during the tournament updating? It's possible that it updates during the tournament. So you don't see it, but for other players who check the ranking, they already see your new position based on the status in the tournament. Interesting. Well, it doesn't happen a lot that I get eliminated so fast. Because even if I don't win, I still end usually second or third. If you look at my games, yeah, more than 50% I end in first position. And yeah, the other half or less than half I often end in second or third position, which still means you go up in the ranking. Yeah, you can spectate after I left Mosty. You can spectate. No, I think you're right. I think it was 1168 because I'm pretty sure I was not at 1178, although you can watch the replay to find out. But you can spectate. When I was eliminated, I had two options: to continue watching or to leave. And I just left because it's way too warm in here and I really want to end the stream and get some fresh air. But I'll definitely stream some more poker next time. Not sure when next time will be exactly, most likely during the weekend, and probably I'll play more than one game. Hope you enjoyed watching. Always available to discuss poker strategy for those of you who like to talk about poker. And see you next time. Thanks for dropping in, guys.